All right, welcome back to Spaz on Wheels. And still in South Carolina, riding solo today. It's a Sunday. I'm just getting out and gonna bomb around for a couple hours on the roads and see what I can see. I am doing a different mic configuration. I ended up getting the mic adapter for the Ace Pro, and I'm running my Panda mic on the inside again. I did tape off part of my helmet ventilation on purpose to try to cut down on some of the wind noise. But I like this better for being able to just fire the cameras up and go versus trying to get the Bluetooth connectivity to one of them and that kind of stuff. So people coming across the center line at me seems to happen on a regular basis. I thought for a topic for today on this ride, just with all what's going on through my head lately, I thought we would take a little time and talk about family. And not the blood family, but the people that you surround yourself with that really are, or what I would say your family or your community. Maybe you want to say community. I like to say family because I feel that I've made families in different geographical locations across the country at this point in time in the last 2 years. So we've got family in Kansas City area. We got family in Louisiana. We got family now in South Carolina. We met some folks, and Bubbles and I went to a baby gender reveal party for one of their family's family. So, and we got invited as completely random, out-of-town strangers. We've only been here a week. We've met them a few times, and we got invited to go hang out, and I got invited over to somebody's house today to watch the Packer game, so I'll more than likely do that today, this afternoon. But, yeah, it's, I feel, we find our little, like motorcycles in the dark. I've talked about that in previous videos as well, but, I feel we have these different, a whole bunch of different families, and these are ones that I know they'll, like, if I needed something, all of them are willing to help out, in some which way or fashion or form, any way they can. And I think it's important that we find our extended family outside of blood, and take the time to get to know one another. I meet people all over the country, so I meet people with different beliefs, everything, right? And there's so much diversity in this world, and thank gosh there is. Because if there wasn't, it'd be very boring. That'd be like riding on a road that's just straight. Always straight. That'd be very boring. Always level, always straight, perfect pavement. That'd be boring. We need some bumps in the road. We need some hills to climb. We need some adversity sometimes. It helps build us. So this is Yemassee, the town I'm driving through now. It's a small town right here where we're staying outside of it. But we've been hanging out primarily down in Beaufort. It's like a 20-minute ride. We've met lots of great people there, and a great community of people. And like I said, we've already said family. We talked about it with them even. We feel already that we sort of made a new family, or an extension of our family. So, what do you all think about that? I mean, you look at the whole reason, sometimes motorcycle clubs exist, right? It's an extended family. It's a brotherhood for MCs. And I think it's the same just in general life outside of the motorcycle community too. You still find your own communities, whether it's your church community, your church family, or it's a sport you like to play, a hobby you like to do. It is very, very important to build those relationships. And we don't all have to agree with each other either. That's in the way the world is today, I think there's way too much of it where, one person's belief, it's called mistruth, misinformation, whatever you want to call it nowadays. We all have our own opinions, our own views, and our own perception on how things go. And that's perfect, and we should be able to have those. And I meet so many people, we have so much diversity. We always run into it, and we're always positive about it. I try to understand it. I try to listen to it. I try to figure it out, right? Because you know, you've got to look at other views. Otherwise, you don't ever grow either. But having, you know, this diverse extended family definitely brings home the humanity. That we are all different. Just like the leaves on all these trees, different colors everywhere, different shapes, different sizes. Oh, that's pretty over there. Hope the camera does it justice. You know, the family side of this, you're all now part of the family, right? Now you're part of the extended family, so communicate with me. Leave some comments. Let's have some conversations. And I'll take those into some of those comments and topics, we'll take those into videos, you know, and I'll talk about my views. But definitely, feel free. Put your own views in there. Don't have to align with mine. We can still be friends. We can still be family. Trust me, I got a lot of siblings that we have different opinions on lots of things. I'm going to shut up for a little bit and just ride and enjoy the day. I'll be back in a bit. I do have some ideas for some cinematic stuff, as well as now a concept of, you know, since I travel and I get to meet all these people all over the place, maybe doing some interviews with just, you know, random people I run into that ride and learn their backstory, what got them into riding, you know, what's been their favorite motorcycle they've owned, or maybe what's the one they wanted to get or achieve someday. And share their stories across the country might be an interesting concept, might be a good series to do. So that's one of the things. I've got another one that's sort of more the analogy of the road really is life. And I'll do some videos on that eventually. I got some ideas and concepts, and I've been doing some writing actually, and still working on it. So I'll give you a preview a little bit later, maybe in a video in the future, maybe a short. But still got to get it all together because I want to have a very cohesive sort of style to it. But I'm on a journey, trying to rediscover my creativity and share it all with you. I'm gonna listen to some music. I need to clear my head today. Sometimes you just have to do that. And if you're in this motor vlogging area, I wonder how many others in this industry of trying to do this, and even if you're not, you know, I'm not monetized, so I'm not making money off this. This ain't a career at this point. Is more of the forget to just ride sometimes, like just let it be. So I'm gonna turn the cameras back off. I'll be back later. Right now, I just want to focus on getting myself in the right headspace myself. So, see you in a little bit. So I'm back. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is I am trying out Riser in Pro mode. I put on the trial. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. But yeah, so Cardo's app Riser. Used it to do the map where I'm going. Unfortunately, this part of the country doesn't have very good roads right now. I mean, there's not many swervy roads down this way. So, but I'm gonna try the live replay feature out, that kind of stuff. So, check that out. There's some other features in there too. I'll overlay them on the screen or something. But I'll try those out maybe in future videos. But yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot, check it out. Been driving through some little, like really small towns and communities here. Super patriotic around here. Lots of flags, all that kind of stuff. And but super small. I mean, no real businesses, just some, some houses and on what looks like decent sized plots of land even. So never been to South Carolina until this last week, so been enjoying it. People are nice and friendly. Thank you for the southern hospitality, everybody. I've been on the road for like an hour and 15 minutes so far, just driving. Listening to some music, getting some thoughts going on in my head, trying to, get my mind right, I guess. This is my type of therapy. Also my type of church on a Sunday. Taking a ride in beautiful countryside, nature, feeling the air. So I'm a little bit crisp right now. It's not that warm right now. Definitely very much meditation state sometimes, especially on roads where there's no traffic. I had the one truck that passed me earlier. I've seen a couple cars at intersections here and there, but nobody else out on the road, at least the roads I'm on right now. So, oh, look at the cotton. Pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop at a small mom and pop little place in a little bit, about 40 minutes up the road at this point. I don't really know where I'm going from there. I know I'm gonna work my way back down towards where my house is parked because I've got a plan to potentially go watch the Packer game somewhere, so. But this is the type of parts of the country I love going to and seeing, though. It's like out in the middle of, really no man's land, God's country, whatever you want to call it. See beautiful rivers, the foliage changing colors. Oh, one other thing I got recently that I haven't done product reviews ever. I might need to start doing product reviews, maybe a little bit. So, but I decided to go the non-traditional route for riding shoes. So I've had lots of like different motorcycle boots, everything from stuff I bought at like Cycle Gear. I've had Alpine Stars riding boots for adventure bikes, that kind of stuff, which are great for that. That's what they're meant for. But I'm always looking for something that's good on and off the bike that has enough protection on it. And so I went and bought a pair of Vans MTEs. They're I don't know what MTE stands for, but basically think of them as like a hiking boot. And they've got nice grip on the bottom, and they're Gore-Tex, and they breathe really well. And my feet rot in a lot of boots, and so I always have to spray my boots out all the time because they just stink bad. And these have held up. I've worn them for weeks now, and I love them. They're the most comfortable shoes I've ever had either. So very interesting. And I've seen somebody else. There's some European YouTuber I caught that talked about them, so that's what got me interested. And there happened to be a Van store in a mall in one of the towns we were by, so I went and checked them out and grabbed a pair, and man, I'm really loving them. So I'll do an off the bike show of them at some point. So let me know in the comments if that's something maybe I should do. Like, would you be interested in a little bit of gear reviews? Again, I'm not sponsored. Nobody's paying me to do anything at this point in time in my life. I'm just willing to share what I know and what I like and what I use. And It's like I don't wear, there's all these fancy riding glasses. I have a few. In my bag, I've got a pair of Harley ones with transition lenses in them, but they don't get dark enough for me. And so usually during the day, I'm in these and I use those more clears. And those are super expensive, and I have a tendency of leaving my glasses everywhere. So I buy cheap Walmart, Ironman, Triathlon, something glasses from Walmart for like 20 bucks. And these are my primary daytime riders all the time. So, and I can't just do visor because I don't like the visor down all the time. Like I'm in town, I'd like to open it up. And eventually, someday, I want to get a modular helmet. Although I don't know what I'm going to do with that for, because I don't know how I want to set up modular for recording. It's a good example of one of these communities. Like you don't have sidewalks or anything. You have driveways and houses and land, and of course, everybody at church. And that brings us a little full circle because look, those people are all hanging out with their church family. And that's a community that definitely helps others out when people are in need. And it could be any religion, to be honest, right? Any one of them. They help build a bond, that's for sure. Just like sharing the experience of being on two wheels. We all have stories. We've all been through some stuff. I've ran out of gas. I've been hit by a deer now. I've done some Dukes of Hazzard stuff with my motorcycle on accident a couple times. And I've been in a motorcycle accident too, and I get to share that story. I've been in two of them. So, but I can't give it up. This is now definitely me. Alright, we're gonna roll the rest of the way in. I'll come back after this stop. We'll check, just maybe a little bit more. Then I'll wrap this video up. So my stop was a little bit of a bust. It actually is a members only location, so that was bust. So now I'm on to somewhere else to get something to eat and something to drink. But not a total bust. I got to travel. I got to see a bunch of cool places that I've never been. And nothing wrong with that. There's always a good time for that. I am switched back over to Google Maps right now, and here's my suggestion to anybody making a motorcycle navigation app. Most of the time, we don't know where we want to go. We need a better way to search. We can't just have to plug in an address. So either I'm going to have to copy the address out of places on Google Maps or Apple Maps or pick your poison maps. And copy it over to paste it into Riser. But Riser would need, I think my recommendation for Riser would be, you're going to have search capability. It's going to be rough because you're going to have to more than likely work with another third party to get the data you're going to want, because you're going to have your own database full of it like Google does and everything else. So, but yeah, that's probably and then I don't like the map. The map itself is just pretty bland, you know. So that's my 2 cents on at least the mapping side of it. We'll see how the live tracking worked on that first trip, if I like that or not. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a shot though. Can't hurt. And I can give feedback. But it is nice being able to just fire my cameras back up and hit record. So with the mic being attached instead of trying to do Bluetooth connectivity dance. So I'm going to roll down this way for about a half an hour or so and then make another stop, hopefully get some food, and go from there. The benefits of getting lost in a state you don't really know is you just find cool roads to ride on. I don't know. I think today is just one of those days of introspection. I'm spending a lot of time in my head just evaluating things. The therapy of a ride sometimes. Do you feel that way when you ride sometimes? Do you feel like it's like a therapy session? Like you work some things out, you make some decisions, or at least find some better inner meanings to things here and there. I think I'm just going to take the rest of the ride here by myself. I may keep the cameras on just to record some of the scenery and stuff. But until next time, this is Spaz. I'm going to be out for a while, and you'll see another video in a week. I'm trying to stay at one video a week at least. Sometimes I get two out, but right now my goal is one a week. As long as I get one out a week, I feel good about it. I'll keep working on doing better content for you all and sharing my thoughts on the road. See you next time.